Okay, so today we're going to be working on looking at angle pairs and then proving that two lines are parallel. In yesterday's lesson, what we did was we looked at the parallel lines and then proved that angles were congruent. Now we're doing the inverse. So, if we look here, we see the vocabulary and the theorems again. We see if corresponding angles are we are going to put in here congruent, then we have parallel lines. So corresponding angles, remember corresponding angles are like the intersection of the high school, like we talked about in class, and Walgreens. Those are corresponding angles. Next, we're looking at same side, interior angles. Same side would be SS supplementary. If same side interior angles are supplementary, then the lines are parallel. Same side interior angles. So first off, we say interior, so that the angles have to be between the parallel lines. And then we say, okay, same side, so that would be this angle here and this angle here. So let's pretend this one is 120. That would mean this one had to be 60, so that they're supplementary. 120 plus 60 equals 180, supplementary. All right. So next, alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles. Okay, that means that they need to be inside. Alternate interior angles would have to be congruent. To be parallel. So alternate interior angles, that means this angle and this angle are congruent. Same side exterior angles. Same side exterior. Same side would have to be supplementary, SS supplementary, to be parallel. So, exterior angles need to be on the outside of the parallel lines, and we need them to be supplementary. So outside, same side. So that would be, let's call this one 70, and this one 110. 70 plus 110 versus the 180. Alternate exterior angles. Okay, so alternate exterior angles. We're going to go back to yellow. Alternate exterior angles are congruent, then the lines are parallel. Alternate exterior. Remember, exterior is outside. Alternate means they're on opposite sides of the transversal, so that would mean this angle is congruent to this angle. It also means that this angle is congruent to this angle. Those are alternate exterior angles. All right, so now we're going to use that concept to help justify our answer here. Given that angle 1 is congruent to angle 5, is it possible to prove that any of the lines shown are parallel? All right, so we have a given here. We this given. Angle 1 is congruent to angle 5. So I'm going to look at the picture, and I'm going to decide where they are. So I see angle 1 is up here, and it's congruent to angle 5. Well, I can prove that there are some lines that are parallel. I can see that angle 5 is corresponding to angle 1. So it makes this line N and line L parallel. It doesn't have anything to do with line M at all. So they are corresponding angles, so we have corresponding angles are congruent. That means then we have parallel lines. We can say line L is parallel to line N. Okay, so now it says we have another new given. Given that angle 2 is congruent to angle 3, can we prove that any lines are parallel? Okay, so 2 and 3 are congruent. So if we look up at the picture again, we've got angle 2 and angle 3 are congruent. Well, we can prove that line L and line M are parallel because we have alternate interior angles that are congruent, and we have parallel. These are alternate interior angles. They are between line L and M, and so that means that we can prove that line M is congruent to line L. So L, oops, next. L is parallel to line M. Okay, so now we're going to use these concepts to do some algebra. I'm looking at this set of parallel lines. Well, they want us to make it parallel. So we're going to find the value of x that will make those parallel lines. So I'm going to look at this here, this transversal, and I see that the two angles with algebra on them, this one and this one, they are alternate exterior angles. So that would mean that they would have to be congruent. So we're going to set those equal. 11x minus 25 equals 7x plus 35. All right, so we're just going to do the algebra to figure out the value of x so that we can plug it into the measure of zyn. So I'm going to take 7x from both sides, and I get 4x minus 25 equals 35. So now I'm going to add 25 to both sides, plus 25. I get 4x equals 60. That means x equals 15. So that's not finished yet because we still want to find out the measure of zyn. So if we find that in the drawing, it's this angle right here, the zyn. So we're going to plug in the value of x to this value. So we're going to say 7 times the value of x, which is 15, plus 35. 7 times 15 is 35, 105, plus 35. We're going to get 140. That's the measure of zyn. Next one. we are going to find x so that GH is parallel to RS. All right, that's your drawing board. Okay, so where is GH? We want to make sure that GH is parallel to RS. Okay, so in this transversal, well, those are alternate interior angles. This angle right here and this angle right here. Alternate interior angles are congruent. That's what it says up above. So alternate interior angles are congruent. That again means we set them equal. So we're going to take 9x minus 21 and set it equal to 7x minus 3. All right, so we're just going to do the algebra. Minus 7x. We get 2x minus 21 equals negative 3. Then we're going to add 21 and 21. 2x equals 18. So x equals 9. And that's the answer because they asked us to find x. Next one, find x so that L is parallel to M. We want to make L parallel to M. Okay, so now I'm looking at my angles here, and I notice that they are exterior angles, and they are on the same side of the transversal. They're on the same side of this transversal. That means I need to add them to 180 because they are same side angles. That means that they are same side SS. That means they're supplementary. So I'm going to add them to 180. So I'm going to take 4x plus 13 plus 8x minus 1 equals 180. And then I'm going to combine like terms. 12x plus 12 equals 180. 12x. Oh, I'm going to take 12 away. 12x equals 168. Divide by 12. So x equals 14. All right, so take some time to see if you understand this, and we will see you in class tomorrow, ready with questions, and we are going to apply this in class tomorrow. Have a good night.